You know, a lot of horsepower in a car you don't have to have usually means a lot of fun. Now, I've been a fan of Hellcats since them things came out back in 2015, but it's never been in the cards for me to own one. They're pricey, and you know, I'm kind of on a budget, if you will. However, I did score me a power plant. This is a 2021 or 22 supercharged Hemi that makes 707 horsepower. Just saying those words together puts a smile on my face. Now, a lot of people use these and do conversions, kind of like this old muscle car behind me. But what I'm planning to put this thing in isn't muscly at all. It's a bit more, let's say, recreational. It's big, it's large, and when you see this thing, you're gonna know that it's me driving something special. I mean, I wasn't really saving this thing for a rainy day. It just worked like that for today. I do have some pretty big plans for this thing, including putting 700 horsepower up in there. Now with this thing, I want it to be basically loud. I wouldn't say obnoxious, but it's gonna make a statement. One of them we're gonna do is it's getting chrome side pipes. It's a 70s model ride, and that's exactly what it's gonna be. This is truly a Dodge. It's got a Dodge truck running gear up under it. There's been a few guys build these, the Ring brothers, the buddies of mine, you know, they put a supercharged LS in one, had a whole lot of fun. And then there's a gentleman that did a twin turbo LS. But what I'm wanting to do is put a Hemi in it because it's a Dodge. Just makes sense. Now, when I bought this thing, one of the things that really made me want it was I wasn't sure if it was a race car or technically like a movie star. This either Dale Earnhardt's or it being a time machine and it's got 88 on it. You know what that means. This could be the real deal. Nah, I'm just joking around. Now, what else I'm wanting to do with this thing is it's got to have one of those 102-inch antennas on the side with a foxtail. Just sounds cool. What else? This thing's going here on the side. We're going to be painting it sassy grass green, that Mopar color. Now the tip and the back, well, it's going to be white. These things originally have a graphic that's got a big W on it. Not this one. It's going to have an H. And the reason it is, it's not going to be a Winnebago. It's going to be the Hemi-bago. Now, also up here on the front, he's got these two puny little horns. That's not good enough for the size of this thing. I'm thinking 4, 5, maybe 10. 5 on this side, 5 on that. Chrome, big semi-truck air horns. Because when I toot the horn on this thing, I want people to know that this big dude's coming through. Also, it's a Mopar. We got to make room for one of them Roadrunner horns. It's getting that goodie too. Well, I guess it's about time we try to put this dude in there and see if we can make that Hemi fit. And when I say make it fit, it's exactly that. I don't think it's going to be that hard, but I don't know how it's going to be, but it's going to go. Let's see. Guess I need the tractor. Ooh, that coil broke. That's a serious clip. This is some of that stuff I'm not very good at. Does that even come out of there? Yeah. And then, holy cow. This is gonna be so much fun trying to plug that harness up with it in the car. That's how you get that sensor off or unplugged. What was that? My hands are too sensitive. 70 hours to put the harness on. Fixed it. It's that kind of stuff. You're billing the customer like, what do you mean? Because it took 20 minutes to unplug a sensor. Come on. We're not reusing none of this junk. So much. I feel like I'm supposed to be saying something right now. Today, what we're going to do is to show you how to remove a very expensive wiring harness that you're not going to use. Yep, fixed it. We're going to need the sensor, not all this other stuff. Ugh. I really hand it to the dudes who work on, like, at the dealerships. Sometimes these little terminals are a pain to undo. And you got to think about it. Right now, this engine isn't in a car. It's in the middle of my shop. Think about trying to do that laying on your back or up under the darn thing. Yeah, total different skill set. You guys hear that? Sounds like the neighbor's got the restrictor plate off the old red dragon. Or he may be just stuck. But this isn't the first Hellcat engine I've ever worked on. Worked on a couple of them, and they're a lot. Like, there's a lot going on with these little dudes, or big dudes, I guess you'd say. They've got a lot of size to them, but I mean, you got to think about it. 700 horsepower. As that old saying is, there's no replacement for displacement. This is a pretty good size engine. Now, we are not going to be reusing a bunch of this stuff. This is the factory harness that come out of a car, and it is basically worth its weight in copper. It's got a whole lot of extra stuff on it that we won't be using. We've got a harness that comes from Dodge, and it's designed to run this engine without all that extra electronics that's needed in the car, like the modules and control this and control that. And so this is basically just an aggravation to get off. But if you're looking to buy one of these, and the guy you're negotiating with is going, you know, I'll throw that harness in there too, you know, that's worth something, tell him you'll sell it to him. Because it ain't, it's just a pain to get off. All right. Ah, look at how fast this is going now. Okay, progress is halted. We're getting there. Looks like about $100. One thing that I've really enjoyed about this entire, let's say, idea of building this silly thing is when I tell people what I'm doing, their eyes almost dance and they start laughing and chuckling and saying, this is gonna be so awesome. And that's exactly why I build the stuff that I build. Nobody needs this stuff. It's really just for fun. And sometimes you gotta think a little outside the box. Sometimes you just stay in the box. You just build what makes you happy. And next thing you know, you're smiling, you're joking, your buddies are, life's good. And we need more of that. These little clips that Dodge made these out of, they must be made out of shark teeth or something. They absolutely won't come out. Jeez Louise. So if you guys at home have a cool little tip for you, feel free to post that in the comments below. Because I'll read it. One down, 17 more to go. Try over here. Maybe it's like a technique, you gotta loosen it up. Nope. Let's try this from the other way. Oh, fixed it. Not angry at it at all. Could be one of those instances that I'm using a right-handed pry bar on a left-handed zip tie. I should have just cut all this off. Awesome, more sensors. It's gonna get comfy. I don't even see what to push. Oh, it's that easy. Just push the little finger, they say. Awesome. One more of those ties. See why new cars are so expensive. It's the zip tie things that they put on here. Note to self. People will restore Hellcats later down the road. I need to remake these so that those chalk mark guys have exactly what they need. That was the option. Fixed it. Is it loose? Please tell me it's loose. Oh no. Just 4 more. I literally just then bent the bracket instead of taking that clip off. They did not want that thing to come loose. Heck yeah. Look at that. Stay. More to do. Well, time for some motor mounts. You know, there was something kind of remarkable. I'm trying to put this Hemi engine in that Winnebago, and I scoured the internet, if you will, for quite a while, and I never could find a direct bolt-in application for a Hellcat engine into a Winnebago. I know, completely surprises you, don't it? Surprised me. Well, what I did find is Holly. We've all used those guys before. They actually offer a adapter kit that is designed to be used on a D100, 200 style pickup truck. Now, I bought these hoping that they will work. This Winnebago is a 71 model. Now, I did look at the motor mounts, and these are a little bit different. It actually has a stud on both sides. And I assume this thing's gonna go on here like that, and then that stud would bolt in on there. Well, the plate on it actually has 2 small holes, so I've almost bet you that the original bracket may be similar to this on one side, but has 2 little ears on this. What I'm gonna do is potentially put all this stuff on there, trial fit this engine in there, and if I have to, I'll drill some of these holes into the stock plates on there, and this thing will work. Now, these mounts are those like urethane style. It's a lot stronger than just your typical run-of-the-mill replacement. So this thing making 700 horsepower, that dude weighing thousands upon thousands of pounds, I want the strongest mount I can have in a way. And we still may end up putting some kind of limiter or something on it because, you know, we're gonna power this thing up, and we're gonna definitely do some burnouts with that, if it'll do it. Who are we kidding? It's gonna do it. Now I just gotta look on these instructions to see if there's a suggestion about Winnebagos. There is a Winnebago section. Look, if not available on your frame, you may be required to drill a new hole on each side for correct mounting. Wow, there is Winnebago instructions. It don't say if they go this way or if they go that way. This is gonna be awesome. I don't know. It don't fit this way. It does fit that way. Figured it out. You give me some hardware. Man, that's a serious bag. Now I gotta get comfortable. Oh yeah. Next side. We are bumping on something on the dipstick. Here we go. Here we go. Need to make a slight modification. Oh yeah, that fixed it. Whoop, I just bumped your camera. Let's put you back where you might be. This block says, "Heck ho in Mexico." I wonder what that means. Glad my wife ain't here right now. Or my mama. Man, that one bolt. There it is. About got her. That's so cool. If this works as good as I hope it does, this is going to be amazing. Sweet. So close. Need to jack it up. Nah, just break it off. Now I decided to go ahead and take off the exhaust manifolds, headers, whatever you want to call it, basically because them things stuck out a couple of inches wider than the valve covers. And this engine is extremely wide for the hole that I've got to try to plunge this thing through. Now, I'm pretty sure that it wasn't going to fit. Just to ease things up, that's what I did. We may end up having to put this in a time or two, and if it goes in and it looks like we have enough room, we may mock them up, see how that goes. Otherwise, it looks like I'm going to have to buy a set of headers. One thing that's kind of cool about this big Hellcat is the bottom of these headers, where the bolts go through, it's actually notched under here. So all you have to do is loosen them up about 1/4 inch and then take all the bolts out of the top. Then that dude will slide out of place, which is handy because these darn bolts are tight. Taking these things off, it's one of them kind of jobs you need several tools. You need like a long ratchet with some leverage on it so you can break it loose. Then you need, it's handy to have one of these gear wrenches that are flexible. And then it's also handy to have a wrench that you can put on the other wrench to give you the leverage to back it off even further. Could be the reason why when you take your car in to have it serviced, they charge you like $3,000 because the mechanic is doing all the work. You need so many dang tools. Now that I'm judging. Whew. Started breaking a sweat. That's not because I'm out of shape. It's not gunshots. Someone at the door. Longest bolt ever. I think so. That's where I come up with a clever joke. Hope you guys don't grill me for this. Was an accident. Hey, how's it going? What's up, gentlemen? Y'all made y'all's debut.
How you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Perfect.
You're gonna have to get what's them signs? I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. Come on. Gotta make sure I don't cut through the shoe tank. Holy cow. The muffler done exploded. This is gonna be awesome. Fixed it. Then man, it was just a cobweb holding it up there. Wouldn't have guessed that. About that time, big woolly booger climbs out of that dude. Let's see here. Should be easier than it is. Here's one. Well, apparently somebody put a very stock low performance muffler on a high performance 318 that come out of a Winnebago because they just didn't work right. Go in there, see if it starts. We're gonna need a rebuild kit for that one. Yeah. Whew. Sound like 4th of July out there still. Well, I guess you could say I've hit a little bit of an engineering flaw. You would think that Dodge back in the day would have anticipated this 707 horsepower Hellcat. Now the opening on that thing over there is just shy of 29 inches. And where we're at here from the ground to the top of that supercharger is about 31. Plus, I've got to make room for the top of this cherry picker. So it looks like I've got to do some engineering myself. If y'all been here earlier, we'd put you to work. Sure hope you guys are enjoying this Hemi-Bago project. I know what we just showed you may be an odd mix of parts and pieces and a work order. Problem is we were making progress with the parts that we had when they showed up. Bouncing around on something like this, all for the effort of building something cool. Now, we've still got a lot more to do, and we still have a lot more that we're wanting to show you. But either way, guys, we appreciate your support. And always remember, something important, keep it between the ditches.